Ever feel like your hashtag strategy is just always a step behind? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to dive into how AI is completely flipping the script, letting creators like you find trends before they actually happen. Let's get right into it.
I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? We have all been there. You spend hours, maybe days, scrolling, trying to piece together the perfect tags, and at the end of it all, it still feels like a total guessing game. Yeah, the old way is officially broken.
So first up, let's take a little trip to what I call the hashtag graveyard. Sounds a bit ominous, right? Well, this is where amazing content goes to die, all because of a failing strategy.
Now, check this out. This slide really breaks down the difference. The old way, it's all reactive. You see a trend that's already buzzing, you jump on it. But guess what? So is everyone else. You're fighting for attention in a super saturated space using the same generic tags everyone found on Google. The new way, the AI way, is all about being predictive. It's about finding those tiny, emerging micro-communities and planting your flag there, becoming an authority before the crowd even knows it exists. It's a complete paradigm shift.
And look, before you start thinking, are hashtags even worth it anymore? The answer is a huge yes. They are absolutely not obsolete. When you use them the right way, they're a massive lever for growth. We're talking at 20 to 30% boost in reach on average. So the key isn't if you use them, it's all about how you find them.
So, how do we find them? Well, this leads us to the solution, what I like to call the AI crystal ball. Let's peel back the curtain and see how AI can basically predict the future of online conversations. It's pretty wild. Okay, so what is a predictive hashtag system? At its core, it's an AI that's not just looking at what's popular today. No, it's way smarter than that. It's analyzing the speed of engagement, how quickly conversations are growing, how different topics are clustering together, and it's using all that data to forecast what's about to be huge. This isn't just an evolution, it's the future of social strategy.
And this is where it gets really cool. This is how it works. The AI is picking up on signals that are practically invisible to the human eye. Things like tiny little spikes in engagement, or noticing a new wave of small creators all starting to talk about the same thing. But my absolute favorite on this list is keyword adjacency. Think about it like this. The AI sees that people using hashtag plant-based are suddenly also starting to talk about hashtag fermented foods. That's a massive clue. It's like a secret handshake. It tells you that your next piece of content should probably be about kimchi or kombucha, putting you way ahead of the curve.
So how does this whole machine actually work? It's basically a 5-step engine. First, data input. It just vacuums up tons of data from social media, forums, you name it. Then, step 2, semantic analysis. It's not just reading keywords, it's understanding the meaning and the context. Step 3, predictive modeling. This is the crystal ball part, forecasting what's going to pop. Step 4, saturation mapping, which is super important. It checks to see how crowded a space is so you don't jump into another noisy room. And finally, step 5, the automated output. Boom. It hands you a clean, simple list of hashtags you can use right away.
This video is brought to you by Whoop Social, the all-in-one social media tool that saves you time and skyrockets your growth. Stop wasting hours posting manually. With Whoop Social, you can schedule, publish, and track performance across every platform, all from one simple dashboard. Whether you're a creator, brand, or agency, Whoop Social helps you stay consistent, reach more people, and grow faster, automatically. Don't wait. Join thousands of smart marketers and start free today at whoopsocial.com.
All right, enough theory. Now for the really fun part, your AI hashtag playbook. This is where we take all those powerful insights and turn them into actual, real-world growth.
Okay, you're going to want to screenshot this slide. This thing is gold. See, the AI doesn't just spit out a random list. It sorts tags into 4 key types. You've got your early emerging tags. These are for being a pioneer and getting insane reach. Then hidden micro-niches to find those super passionate, ready-to-buy communities. Trend proximate lets you kind of ride the wave of bigger trends without getting drowned out. And finally, evergreen authority tags to build that long-term trust and become a staple in your field.
And you don't just use one type. The best strategy is to build a portfolio for each post, just like you would with investments. The recommended structure is a balanced mix. About a third are emerging tags to chase that explosive viral growth, another third for niche tags to connect deep with your core audience, and the final third is a mix of proximate and evergreen tags for stability. It's a diversified strategy that just maximizes your odds of winning.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Does this stuff actually work? Let's look at how this all goes from a prediction on a screen to actual profit in the bank with some incredible case studies.
How's this for a start? 40,000 new followers in just 3 months. Let's break down exactly how this happened.
So this was a fitness creator who's kind of plateauing. The AI system flagged the term #hybrid training when it had like less than 500 posts. It was this tiny but fast-growing conversation about mixing real workouts with AR fitness apps. She jumped on it hard. She started creating content that basically defined the niche. So as that trend exploded, her account went right along with it, making her the undisputed expert in this brand new space.
All right, next up, 150% revenue boost. And we're not talking followers here. We're talking actual money in a single quarter.
This was a small indie beauty brand. The AI flagged #phytoretinol as an up-and-coming trend based on chatter it was seeing in forums and on TikTok. This gave them a 4 to 6 week head start on all the big, slow-moving brands. They rushed a targeted product line to market and just completely owned the conversation from day one. That led directly to that massive jump in sales.
And for our last case study, a 300% jump in engagement. Now what's wild here is that this was in a B2B niche, which, as you probably know, can be a really tough nut to crack. So there was this specialist in content operations, and he used the system to find and completely own the #AI content ops micro niche. The AI noticed these bursty conversations, these short, intense little flurries of discussion happening in X threads and YouTube comments. A dead giveaway of a trend about to be born. He dove in, started creating super in-depth guides, and became the go-to guy. That crazy engagement growth? It turned his little side project into a full-blown, highly profitable consulting business.
So if you were using a system like this, what numbers should you actually be looking for? It really boils down to 3 key scores. You want a high emergence score. Anything over 70 is a really good sign. You want a low saturation score. Under 40 tells you there's still plenty of room to make your mark. And you want a virality confidence of over 60%. If you can hit those 3 targets, that's your green light to go.
So if you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this. We are in the middle of a massive shift. We're moving away from reactive marketing, where you're always playing catch-up, to predictive positioning. Getting there first is the ultimate competitive edge in the world we live in today.
And I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. What would it mean for your content, for your brand, for your growth? What would it mean if you never had to guess a single hashtag ever again? Think about that, because the technology's here and it's already changing everything.